police are trying to solve a shooting mystery. It stems from an incident last Saturday afternoon in the parking lot of Famous Dave's. Police say a woman in her 20s was shot and seriously injured. According to police, the woman was driven to a nearby hospital by a man they are now trying to find. Police spoke with the man on the phone Saturday night but haven't been able to contact him since. It's unclear how the woman was shot. She remains hospitalized and unable to speak with investigators due to the severity of her injuries. Minnesota's largest food bank, Second Harvest Heartland, is celebrating the start of renovations at its new Brooklyn Park facility. As Meredith Hackler reports, what's happening inside is not only unique to the Twin Cities, it's a first for food banks nationwide.
This facility will make it more possible to turn our culture of neighbors helping neighbors into real, tangible action.
Busting down walls to get rid of hunger. Second Harvest Heartland began renovations Tuesday.
Nice.
On its new location in Brooklyn Park.
Expanding our facilities not only in space, but also in sort of those nuts and bolts about cooling and refrigeration and all of that. Also, obviously, we'll have a newer fleet of trucks. We'll have more that we can use to more efficiently get the food into the hands that need it.
Currently, the food bank serves around 89 million meals a year. The new facility will help it serve 110 million meals by the year 2025. And many of those meals will be able to include leafy greens.
We actually put the seeds.
One way they're doing that is by this hydroponic garden.
It's successful in that it's growing. It's about 1.8 acres of land equivalent because it's running 365 days a year. We close the door on the weekends. We walk away, we come back. The plants are simply a little bit bigger when we start in again on Monday.
Now you might notice that the lights are pink. That's because they're mimicking the sun. Now the plants start off here as seedlings, and once they grow, they're then transferred to the wall here, where they eventually grow into produce that can be eaten by those in need.
The challenge for us in Hunger Relief is we don't have access to leafy greens like this that are fresh. We get a lot of great donations from our retailers of cut bag lettuce, which is great, but we really want to have as much of this fresh grown as well.
Second Harvest is the first food bank in the country to try out this new way of growing leafy greens. Right now, the Freight Farm is providing around 200 salads a week to 2 food programs in the Twin Cities area. It's something Second Harvest would like to expand on.
It would be plant beds that go up probably at a 10-foot height that would go all the way back to the wall. This would be an enclosed room. It has to be a controlled environment system. And then we would have almost 250,000 pounds of leafy greens a year with a commercial size.
In Brooklyn Park, Meredith Hackler, CCX News.
Second Harvest moved from a smaller site in Golden Valley to the larger Brooklyn Park location last year. The renovations should be completed by next spring. After July 1st, you will have to be 21 years old to buy tobacco in Robbinsdale. The city passed 2 tobacco-related measures at Tuesday's meeting. First, you must be 21 to buy any form of tobacco. And second, any e-cigarettes and liquids must be sold in age-restricted stores only. A few council members mentioned the desire to stop kids from starting smoking as motivation behind this measure.
When I think about what's important, I think about the kids in Robbinsdale. I think about the people who might not get addicted because they can't get to a store in Robbinsdale that sells access to that. And to me, that carries the day.
The council considered moving mint, menthol, and wintergreen flavored tobacco products to be sold in tobacco shops only. That measure did not pass. Plymouth and Brooklyn Center have already raised the age to 21 to buy tobacco in their cities. A senior living facility is in the works for a piece of vacant land in Brooklyn Park. Dignacare Properties wants to build a 32-unit senior living facility on the northeast corner of 85th and Regent Avenues North. It would include 18 assisted living units and 14 memory care units. The company hopes to start construction in July and finish by June of 2020. Many say art can grow the soul. This week's Standout student is not only a talented artist, but also someone who gives back to others. Here's Meredith Hackler.
Stephanie Torres is well known in the hallways of Osseo Senior High School.
She is a awesome member of our Osseo High School. She has been a tennis manager for us. She's done ceramics those 4 years. Just constantly giving back to the Osseo community and those around her.
And giving back is something Stephanie has grown up with.
Growing up, I've pretty much loved helping people out. That's how I was. And going to the Osseo schools, it's really taught me that the teachers really care about you, and I kind of want to give back to them on how they kind of brought me to where I am right now.
Stephanie is known for her kindness, but she's also known for her creativity in ceramics class, which has won her several accolades.
That just made me really proud, because showing that my hard work has really paid off.
While her ceramic skills set her apart, her teachers say her kindness and good heart are truly what make her stand out.
I think Stephanie's just a prime example of being a kind, nice person who gives more than she takes in this world.
And teachers like Dan Prody are the reason Stephanie is leaning towards studying education when she graduates.
I see how teachers really change students' lives, and I always love teachers that get more involved, and in this school that's what you see. And that kind of is making me go towards the education route.
In Osseo, Meredith Hagler, CCX News.
And when you hear about March Madness, you may think college basketball, but members of the Robbin Gallery hope to make you consider a different kind of frenzy at their March Madness exhibit. Artist Greg Lecker speaks highly of others' artwork at the exhibit, but his own piece, called Flow, won an award of excellence. The March Madness exhibit at the Robbin Gallery runs through March 30th.
It was hoops heaven in the northwest suburbs as District 279 rivals Park Center and Maple Grove were matched up in the quarterfinal round of the Class 4A boys basketball tournament. Park Center, the top seed and owning 2 wins over the Crimson this year. It's vintage Pirates here as Dane Danger blocks the Maple Grove shot, and it leads to a fast break hoop as Datavius Frierson throws down the dunk for a 7-2 lead. Kahari Broadway has a great game for the Pirates. He gets bumped but still scores on his way to a 19-point game. Jared Rainey drives and sets up Caden Betcher for 2 plus the foul, but the Crimson struggle on offense in this one. The first half ends in style as Park Center uses the last minute, and then David Ajadambola drives for the buzzer-beating layup. It's 33-16 Pirates at the half. They get out in transition in the second half, and 6'10" Danger throws down the jam for a 47-24 Park Center lead. Maple Grove does battle back some, though. The NBA range 3 by Nate Adams pulls them within 12 at 56-44. But it's Park Center's day. Emmanuel Tamba drives for 2 as the Pirates take care of their district rival Maple Grove 77-56.
This whole week we just had a scouting report. We were running through their plays every day, all their plays that they run to try and take it away, try and take away their top scorers. And that worked for us.
It was fun, because we practice so hard, and it's just fun to just come out here and just do what we do. And Maple Grove's a good team, so we had, it was a battle. And at the end we had a couple mistakes, but we had to come back and just do what we do best.
The Crimson play Eden Prairie in the consolation bracket Thursday morning at Concordia University in St. Paul. The Pirates play Lakeville North in the first semifinal Thursday evening at Target Center. And we'll have Hopkins quarterfinal round highlights coming up Thursday afternoon on CCX News. Well, the Maple Grove girls basketball team was in the state tournament last week. We featured Crimson junior Abby Schulte on this week's Sports Jam show on CCX. Here's a clip from that story. Abby's concentrated on becoming a vocal leader along with senior teammate Sam Carroll. Picking another player up is a big part of it.
If somebody's down, I'm trying to high-five them, pick them up, and just give them words of encouragement, because everyone knows when they make a mistake, so it's having a good teammate to help pick them up is really what they need at that time, and especially in a really pressure-filled game, it's nice to have somebody knowing you have their back.
These trips to state in basketball the past 2 seasons weren't Abby's only state experiences. She played in 2 in a row the past 2 soccer seasons, too.
It's big and it's exciting for both, working so hard all season long and just finally getting to the end and just having fun. Then you just leave it all out on the court or on the field and see what happens.
Watch the rest of the Abby Schulte story and more on Sports Jam. It's on through Wednesday night on CCX and also online at ccxmedia.org. This past weekend, the Hamline University women's hockey team finished as the Division III national runner-up. Hopkins native and Breck School graduate Leah Schwartzman was the senior captain for the Pipers. Schwartzman was a big part of Hamline's success this winter. She scored 19 goals and 46 points, including an assist in the Pipers' win over rival St. Thomas in the national semifinals. Hamline became the first MIAC school to reach the national championship in women's hockey. Schwartzman was very emotional after the Pipers lost to Plattsburgh State of New York in the final, but she's also very proud of everything her team accomplished.
It was awesome. We've had a really great year and kind of beat the odds. No one ever believes in us. No one ever is like, Hamline deserves it. And every single girl on our team believed it this year. We never doubted each other, regardless of what everyone else was thinking. And it meant a lot to us even be in this position. And we just worked hard all year, and I'm just so proud of the whole team. We've come a long way, and I'm excited to see where they go in the future.
Schwartzman graduated from Breck in 2015. As a high school freshman in 2012, she scored 3 goals in the state tournament as the Mustangs won the Class A state title.